7 travel mistakes that waste your money and how to avoid them. Picture this. You've been saving for months for your dream vacation. You finally land at the airport, exhausted but excited. By the end of day 1, half of your budget is gone. Not because of luxury shopping or 5-star dinners, but because of rookie mistakes that most travelers make without even realizing it. The truth is, traveling doesn't have to drain your wallet. In fact, if you avoid just a handful of common mistakes, you could save enough money to extend your trip by a week or even plan another vacation later in the year. So in today's video, I'll share the 7 biggest travel mistakes that waste your money and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Stick with me till the end, because mistake number 7 is one that even experienced travelers overlook, and it could be costing you hundreds of dollars every trip. Mistake number 1, booking flights at the wrong time. Let's start with flights, the part that often eats up the biggest chunk of your budget. I once knew someone who booked a ticket from New York to Paris just 2 weeks before departure and paid nearly $1,200. Another traveler, same flight route, but booked 3 months in advance, only $450. That's more than $700 saved, enough for an entire week of hotels in Europe. The mistake? Booking at the wrong time. Most people either book too late, thinking prices will magically drop, or they book too early, almost a year out, when airlines haven't even started releasing competitive deals. The sweet spot is usually 6 to 10 weeks before your trip for international flights and around 1 to 2 months for domestic trips. Tools like Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Hopper can help you track prices and notify you when it's the right time to buy. Quick question for you. What's the most you've ever paid for a flight ticket? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Mistake number 2, overpacking and paying extra baggage fees. Imagine this. You're at the airport check-in counter, already late. The airline attendant smiles politely and says, "Your bag is overweight. That'll be $75, please." Suddenly, that $250 cheap ticket becomes more expensive than the next airline's $320 option that allowed 2 bags. We overpack because we think we'll need more than we actually do. But here's the reality. Most travelers only wear 30 to 40% of what they pack. That means more than half of your suitcase is just dead weight, and expensive dead weight at that. Use a packing list before you travel and stick to it. Roll your clothes instead of folding to save space. Pack versatile outfits, clothes you can mix and match. Invest in a luggage scale. They cost $10, but save you from $75 fees. Let me know in the comments, are you an overpacker or a light packer? Mistake number 3, exchanging money at the airport. You land in a new country, excited to explore. You see that glowing currency exchange sign at the airport and think, perfect, I'll just grab some cash here. But what you don't realize is you just lost 10 to 15% of your money in hidden fees and poor exchange rates. I'll give you an example. Someone I know exchanged $500 at an airport kiosk in London. After fees, he got the equivalent of $430. That's $70 gone before he even left the airport, enough for 2 nights in a budget hotel. Airports know you're desperate, so they offer some of the worst exchange rates in the world. Use ATMs instead. They usually give you near-market exchange rates. Better yet, bring a travel-friendly debit or credit card with no foreign transaction fees like Charles Schwab debit card or Capital One cards in the US. Always choose to be charged in the local currency, not US dollars, to avoid extra conversion fees. Would you rather carry cash, or do you prefer cards when you travel? Mistake number 4, falling for tourist traps. Let's talk about the infamous tourist traps. You're in Rome, standing in front of the Colosseum. It's breathtaking. Then you spot a small cafe across the street with a menu in English and friendly waiters waving you in. You sit down, order pasta and water, and your bill comes to $40. A local would have paid less than $12 just 2 blocks away. Tourist traps are everywhere. Overpriced restaurants, souvenir shops with made-in-China items, and attractions that charge triple the normal price. Walk a few streets away from major attractions for food. Prices drop by half. Use Google Maps reviews to spot authentic local spots. Ask locals where they eat, not just what they recommend to tourists. Be honest. Have you ever fallen into a tourist trap? What was it and how much did it cost you? Mistake number 5, ignoring public transportation. Here's a classic one. A traveler in Tokyo takes taxis everywhere. By the end of the trip, his transit bill is $400. Another traveler buys a $25 metro pass that covers the entire week. Same city, same experiences, but one spent nearly 20 times more. We default to taxis or ride shares because they feel more convenient, especially when we're in an unfamiliar place. But many cities around the world have excellent, cheap, and safe public transport systems. Research metro and bus passes before you arrive. Download offline maps like Maps.me or Google Maps offline to avoid getting lost. And try walking. Some of the best discoveries happen when you explore on foot. Would you take the subway in a new city, or do you prefer taxis for comfort? Mistake number 6, not researching hidden fees. Ever booked a $50 hotel room online only to arrive and be told, oh, there's also a $20 resort fee, $15 parking fee, and $10 Wi-Fi charge? Suddenly that $50 deal is actually $95. Hidden fees are the travel industry's favorite trick. Hotels, airlines, even rental car companies sneak them in because most people don't read the fine print. Always check reviews for mentions of extra fees. Book accommodations that clearly state no resort fees. When renting cars, ask specifically about insurance, fuel, and drop-off fees. What's the sneakiest fee you've ever been charged on a trip? Mistake number 7, skipping travel insurance. This is the mistake most people regret only when it's too late. A friend of mine traveled to Thailand without insurance. He slipped while hiking, ended up in the hospital, and the bill came to $3,000. Travel insurance? It would have cost him just $50 for the whole trip. People skip it because they think nothing will happen to me. But accidents, delays, or lost luggage can happen to anyone. Always buy at least basic coverage: medical, cancellations, and lost luggage. Good providers for U.S. travelers include Safety Wing, World Nomads, and Allianz. The peace of mind alone is worth it. Would you rather spend $50 up front on insurance or risk thousands later? And there you have it, the 7 travel mistakes that waste your money. And if you avoid just a few of these, you could save hundreds, maybe even thousands on your next trip. Which mistake have you made before? Or maybe you've got a travel money saving tip I didn't mention. Share it in the comments so we can all learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss my next video where I'll reveal the top 10 affordable countries to visit in 2025. Trust me, you won't want to miss that one. Until then, safe travels and smarter spending. See you in the next destination.